If you're longing for someone who treated you cruel, that's not just because you're a forgiving person. You're a martyr. If you are stuck on that lesson because you're yin, but you're not yang yet, then you won't be able to attract, new positive energy. People will come into your life that will remind you of the cruel person that you're longing for. So I think that as we evolve spiritually, we got to get realistic about this concept of forgiveness. It doesn't have to mean that if sticking your hand in a flame burns your flesh, that forgiving the fire means that you do it with your other hand so that they're both, in pain. It means understanding that we have lessons, and that if we didn't have lessons, things would be easy, but we're not there yet. As a species. I'd recommend the film Youth Without Youth, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. It was about becoming more evolved as a species, thinking about what that means. And it role modeled that, and I thought, how powerful. So yeah, I think that a lot of people are bringing a low vibration into their existence so that they can learn about what boundaries need to be set with the people from the past, who might still be in the present, but in reality, if we can't let go of that desire to be loved through being both hated and appreciated, it's what kind of people are we going to attract? It's push-pull. And people are playing a lot of energy games because they don't feel just comfortable in their own skin. How often do we feel comfortable? I find it's pretty rare to feel truly comfortable, and so a lot of times what we do is we long for contact, we long for energy with people, and that if you had a family member or whatever that you grew up with that was cruel, or if you had a cruel teacher, if you had a cruel, neighbor, just where did you experience cruelty? And if you're still longing for somebody that was abusive to you, what is the guilt you carry? Do you carry guilt in relationship to that person? Do you carry guilt in a general sense that there's something wrong with you, and so somebody needs to cut you down to size? You don't need to be cut down, you need to be raised up. But if somebody's hacking away with a machete at your legs, that's where I think about the legs, I think about they can move you forward. Can you really accept a vision of a peaceful life? Can you experience it before there's a peaceful world? Because there's, a lot of people that got a long way to go, maybe more than one lifetime, but if you're still watching this video, that might mean that you can get to that place where it's not about dying, it's not about becoming ill. It's that's one way to get energy from people. Get ill. Get sympathy. But you don't really want that. You want to feel empowered. It's I think, a universal truth that the individual wants to know what the spirit knows, which is that you're already part of God. You're already part of all that is real. So just become more of that part. Speak the truth even if it upsets people. And observe how guilt attracts cruelty.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make up and start all over.